Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news. There's a buzz swirling around the Falcons right now, and it's not just another off-season rumor. We might be on the verge of a major shakeup that could redefine our offense and shift the balance of power in the NFC South. Word is, the Falcons are in serious talks to acquire Cole Kmet from the Chicago Bears, and if this deal goes through, it's going to be one of the most significant moves of the offseason. Now, I know what you're thinking. Who's Cole Kmet, right? Well, this guy is a solid, reliable tight end, and he could be exactly what Atlanta needs to take that next step towards Super Bowl contention. But let's break it down a little more, because this isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about elevating our offense to a whole new level. Sources close to the league suggest that the Falcons are negotiating to send a first-round pick in 2026 to Chicago in exchange for Kmet. The Bears, sitting at 6-11 last season and facing some tough cap challenges, are looking to rebuild, especially since they're prioritizing young wide receivers and accumulating draft capital. Kmet, who's 27 years old, stands at a solid 6'6", 260 pounds, and has hands as reliable as a veteran should be. He runs a 40-yard dash, which isn't blazing speed but enough to get open when it counts, and he's proven to be a dependable target in the red zone and on third down. Last season alone, he caught 68 passes for 742 yards and scored 7 touchdowns in 17 games with a catch rate of 66.7%. That kind of production is exactly what the Falcons need to complement Kyle Pitts, especially in those critical red zone moments where we've been craving consistency for years. Kmet's profile is impressive for a tight end in today's NFL, a player who can block when needed, but also create mismatches in the passing game. His PFF grade of 89 in 2025 puts him firmly in the top tier of tight ends, and his yards after catch, 3.9 yards per reception, show he can make plays after catching the ball. His seam routes and red zone touchdowns, combined with his ability to create space, could turn our offense into one of the most dangerous in the league. And let's not forget, he's a guy who's been pretty durable, missing no games last season despite a shoulder bruise in Week 7. His career totals are equally impressive. Over 6 seasons, he's amassed 312 receptions for 21 yards and 22 touchdowns. That kind of consistency and experience make him an ideal target for a Falcons offense looking to push into the top 10 in the league. Now, let's talk about the why behind this potential move. The Bears, with a record of 6-11 last season, are in full rebuild mode, and they're looking to shed some cap space, about $28 million, via trades and roster moves. Kmet's contract is around $20 million per year, which is a hefty price tag, but trading him away frees up room to make other moves, especially since they're trying to sign extensions for their defensive line and add young talent via the draft. The Bears are also trying to shift focus to the future, and with their current roster, they're not expecting a playoff push anytime soon. Their record against NFC North rivals was disappointing last year, and they need to rebuild from the ground up, which makes Kmet a prime trade target. For the Falcons, this isn't just about getting a good player, it's about making a statement. Adding Kmet to our offense would significantly improve our third down efficiency, which hovered around 42% last year but could see a jump of 22% with his addition. The projection is that he could bring in around 68 catches for roughly 750 yards and 8 touchdowns, boosting our red zone scoring and overall yardage. His presence on the field will create mismatches against linebackers and safeties, especially in the red zone, where his size and hands make him a nightmare for defenders. Plus, his ability to run seam routes and make contested catches will give Marcus Mariota or Desmond Ridder more reliable options in critical moments, especially when the game is on the line. This is a move that can also elevate our offensive efficiency, with metrics like EPA per target expected to rise by around 0.16. When you compare Kmet to Pitts, you see that he could add around 1.6 yards per route, making our passing attack much more dynamic. his red zone touchdowns could increase by 8, and red zone conversion rates could improve by 16%. That's huge because Atlanta has historically struggled in the red zone, and having a reliable target like K-Met could be the difference between field goals and touchdowns, especially in close games. And let's not ignore the run-after-catch element. K-Met's YAC, yards after catch, in 2025 was around 265 yards, which is substantial for a tight end, and it boosts our run-after-catch yards by more than 20%. This adds yet another layer to our offense, turning short passes into big gains and creating more explosive plays. Defensively, this move helps us keep the ball longer, sustain drives, and keep the opposing offense off the field. It also sets the stage for us to challenge the NFC South's top defenses, especially against teams like the Bucs and Saints, where mismatches in the middle of the field could be exploited. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this isn't just a move for the regular season. It's about positioning ourselves for a deep playoff run. With K-Met in the fold, our red zone efficiency skyrockets, and that could translate into more wins in tight games. His presence might also serve as a catalyst for other key players on offense to step up, knowing they have a dependable target who can make those clutch plays when it matters most. The Falcons are already trending upward, with a solid core of young talent, and adding a proven offensive weapon like K-Met could be the finishing touch needed to push us into serious Super Bowl contention. Now, let's talk about the odds, because those are telling us how much faith the betting markets are starting to place in Atlanta. Currently, the Super Bowl odds are around plus 9,000, which might seem long, but with a move like this, especially if it's finalized before the trade deadline, they could shorten considerably. Some projections suggest that acquiring K-Met could boost our Super Bowl chances to around plus 3,000, making us a much more attractive pick in the eyes of odds makers. This kind of upgrade in our offense, coupled with the existing talent already on the roster, especially Pitts, and our emerging offensive line, makes us a true dark horse in the NFC. The trade deadline, set for November 4th, is a pivotal moment. If the Falcons manage to land K-Met before then, it's going to send a clear message across the league that we're serious about contending. His 7 touchdowns last season, combined with his ability to convert crucial third downs and dominate in the red zone, make him a perfect fit for Arthur Smith's offensive scheme. We've seen how important a tight end can be, with guys like Mark Andrews in Baltimore or David Njoku in Cleveland, and K-Met has that potential to be a matchup nightmare for defenses. His addition could be the piece that elevates our offense from good to elite, especially in high-pressure situations. Of course, there are skeptics, and some Bears fans or analysts might question whether giving up a first-round pick in 2026 is worth it. For the Falcons, who are in win-now mode, this is a calculated gamble. Our goal is to maximize the window of opportunity we have with this talented roster, and adding K-Met fits perfectly into that plan. His ability to make contested catches and excel in tight spaces aligns perfectly with what we need to push into the upper echelon of the NFC. Plus, the chemistry he could develop with Pitts, who's already a top-tier tight end, might create one of the most formidable duos in the league. In conclusion, this potential trade isn't just about filling a roster hole. It's a strategic move to elevate our offense, improve our red zone efficiency, and build a more versatile attack. K-Met's addition could be the secret weapon that helps us win those close games, secure playoff positioning, and make a real run at the Super Bowl. The Bears might be trying to rebuild, but for us, this is about taking another step forward, solidifying our status as contenders, and making the NFC South even more competitive. The Falcons are on the rise, and with a move like this, our fans should be excited about what's coming next. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Are you excited about adding Cole Kmet to our roster? Do you believe he can be the piece that pushes us over the top and into serious Super Bowl contention? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. We're building something special here, and it's only just beginning. Let's keep the passion alive and continue supporting our team all the way to the championship.